Hello and welcome back to the Friday Feels episode of the U Up podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. Happy New Year. How are you? Good to see you. I was just listening to, I usually ask you, how are you? But I was just listening to Oversharing, and I am a huge fan of the show.
Thank you.
And we're taping this before the new year to get ahead so we can make sure we can get ahead for you're going on maternity leave and all the excitement plus the new year. So there's a lot of reasons we're getting ahead.
Yes.
And there's a lot of reasons we're virtual today if you're watching on YouTube, which are all good reasons. And we just love having an episode out, and we love that you guys are along for this great, fantastic ride that is the U Up podcast. But let me get to something that is happening on Oversharing on December 16th. Your sister is doing what I would consider the craziest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
Are you talking about trusted house sitters?
Trusted house sitters. And every time I hear her talk, so the way I understand it is you can put basically a wanted ad out on this forum that says, I need someone to watch my dog at the house, and anyone can come and stay at your house, and you just trust them to stay, and you don't have to pay, and they need a place to stay, and you basically make your place an Airbnb where they're an indentured servant of some sort, where they work off their stay. Is that what it is?
It's a barter system, basically. Yeah, like they get a place to stay, they watch your dog, you don't have to pay for dog boarding, which is expensive. And my brother John in San Francisco has been doing this for years, and he's had a pretty good experience with it.
Granted, what though? John is a single guy living in San Francisco. What is his needs compared to? Dr. Naomi, Dr. Naomi, I love her and I feel calmed by her, like as a presence. Yes. Like having Dr. Naomi around is a better day. Like I actually, that's why I love the show. I love you both on it. This is like one of those things where it's like, it ain't all sunshine. Like the fact that she would have a random woman and the woman's daughter stay at their house. And then so for people at home who are listening who aren't caught up on this, the woman kept being like, hey, are there cameras in the house? Hey, do you mind if I take my titty out while I'm in the hot tub? Hey, I have a swingers night I'm trying to get to. Can you get home a little bit early so that I can go do my massages? I also have a side business where I give massages with hand jobs. And you're like, and the whole way, Dr. Naomi's like, well, I think I gotta maybe end this. And it's like, Naomi, get this woman out of your house.
I have to say, okay, this is actually, you've come across the one flaw that Dr. Naomi has. She is essentially perfect. She's loving and kind and sweet and calming and very mentally well. Her one fatal flaw, I will say, is a little bit of her naivete. And this comes from, I think she's never really lived in New York City. Mm-hmm. She's very trusting, very kind, always thinks the best in people. Like I told you, I think this, like when she was staying in the city, when she came in, we were doing some recordings and she was staying in the city. And the two of us were like, we were hanging out and I was like, oh, I'll walk with you like back towards, this is coming from our office. And I was like, I'll walk with you back towards your hotel in the Upper West Side. And to do that, we had to walk through Times Square. And I'm walking with her through Times Square, and she is like looking homeless people in the eye, like taking flyers from random people. Like she is like speaking to everyone who is trying to speak to her, who is like stopping you on the street. She's having like I'm like, what are you doing? You are going to get stabbed. Like, yeah. Like this is not the New York City mentality of like trust no one. This is not her it's beautiful. I love it. It's like lovely to watch, but I'm like, this is dangerous.
Right.
And that's sort of, I think, how she gets herself into this kind of situation.
It's kind of how Dr. Naomi thinks the best of people, because when I do something trusting, all I can hear is the shit I would talk about someone doing the same thing as me. And that's why I don't do it. So Dr. Naomi doesn't really talk shit, because for her, if she talks shit, she would have in her head. What's that?
Is it annoyingly?
It's the worst quality is that she doesn't talk shit. Yeah, no, so I just listened to like the end of this saga that's been going on the last few weeks from it, and I am like, it's funny because I was thinking of this podcast of like, we play red flag deal breaker, or take it or tolerate, as we're gonna find out today. And there's nobody perfect. There's nobody that like is just a saint that has it all. Like as great as Naomi is, it's like she has a random woman and her child like living in the basement for 3 days so that they can not spend $150 on a dog sitter. I'll sit the dog. I mean, like, how much could the dog sitter be?
Yeah, it's the naivete combined with the, my family's urge to save a buck, which you've, heard extensively about.
I mean, in this, right? Yeah. Your family is notorious for saving a buck. That's true.
But I have to say also, like, we kind of grew up in sort of like an anything goes kind of household. So that also contributes to it. Like we had live-in nannies who had their daughters live in our house.
Yeah, that's not as crazy. The live-in daughter part, like, it makes you, like, I actually, like, you think about this person and how they live in, like, that's like a movie. Like, that's like a, like an art house film, the daughter who's living in these weird houses so the mom can get by. Like, there's kind of like there's a tragic tale to that. There's a inspiring tale that could come from that. But it's more that this woman kept being like, hey, do you have cameras outside? Hey, can I use the hot tub? Hey, I like to get naked in the hot tub. Hey, I run a swingers night. Hey, like, there's like the fifth thing in this. You go, Naomi, get rid of it. This is over. Like,
right. Yeah. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to rattle a sweet, trusting Naomi.
So this is my plug for going back and listening to Oversharing, because I'm literally walking on the beach here and I'm like, my jaw is on the ground.
I do think people have a lot of success with this like company thing. It does make sense for a lot of people. I think it makes more sense I think we talked about this, like my brother who's in San Francisco, which is like kind of like a place where you'd want to like stay for a weekend, and maybe you like dogs or something like that. Yeah.
Especially a city, and especially like, oh, I want to go to San Francisco. Like, I want to do a weekend there. Hotels in San Francisco and New York, like New York, this would work, are just expensive.
Right.
I don't know if I'm having someone stay in my guest bedroom in Delray Beach. I've seen the characters that come through here.
Yeah.
It is cheap enough here for a room that if you're like cheaper than the cheap rooms, then you're really getting a cast of characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be kind of desperate. But yeah, weird story. Would happen to her.
I was like, let's start right away. I have to get this off my chest.
Yes.
Because
no, I love it. I mean, I totally agree with you. You know what I mean? Like, I get where she's coming from. Cause again, like, we had foreign exchange students in our house when we were growing up. We had various like animals that people like
even
found
with 8
living
kids.
Here. Oh, because we had 8 kids. Because I think my mom was kind of like, it's a shit show. Whoever wants to like come in, like, it's all, you know what I mean? You're past the point of like, I've had this orderly set way. There's no like consistency. There's no like routine. So it's kind of like, oh, if your friend wants to come stay with us for 3 weeks, like throw her in one of the rooms. Like,
right. We're already uncomfortable. Just bring in more discount. Like, what's another? Right. Yeah. There's like a marginal addition, like what's another set of diapers? What's another glass of milk? What's another, Cheetos spilled on the ground. Yeah, I get
exactly. You're like past that, the threshold of like any semblance of normalcy or control.
It's so funny. We're very much alike and very much different at the same time. Like my mom is literally calling me every 5 minutes to come over here to put the duvet cover on my comforter because she thinks I can't do it. Like she actually like she can't let this go. It's like her own OCD showing itself.
We're
like
really polar opposites. Yeah.
truly, because your
Yeah.
mom would go, whatever, you have
What's
a
a duvet
cover.
insert?
Right. I
Blankets.
I agree with your mom. Like in certain respects. But this is just I just was listening to Dr. Naomi. I was like, this is unbelievable.
I get it, but I totally can understand an outsider being like, I remember even our dog would always like run away and like random people would bring him back, would be like, oh, we didn't even realize he was gone. Like, thanks. It was just, I feel like we were that house on the street where like everyone was kind of like talking about how insane that house was.
Yeah, you were like cheaper by the dozen. You were like that, the kids hanging out of the windows. And like, there's an envy I have for that, because I'm like, I'm in the house with like the kids in tuxedos and, our pinkies
perfectly
out.
coiffed. Yes.
Right. Bunch of nerds. And you guys are like playing Welcome to the Jungle and having the time of your lives. So
like, right. I mean, there's a point where it gets to be like a little dysfunctional, shameless, but they both have their ups and their downs. Like
people,
yes.
There's pluses and minuses to everything. How are you? What's going on?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. What is going on? Boring week. Nice snow here in New York.
I saw the snow. I did get a little wistful for it. It looked nice.
It's nice. It's like the first one is always nice. It's like the first drink on a vacation is the best drink. By the end, you're like, I've had enough.
I need a week. Yeah. No, I get you.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It was my first like Del Rey weekend. Like not my first, but like I felt like I lived here.
What's like a classic, like when you read those articles, those travel articles, like 72 hours in Barcelona. Here's what you should do.
I could give people exactly. I had the most embarrassing thing happen to me the other night. So Del Rey has a boat parade during Christmas. You like wonder, like, what do people here do for Christmas? Like they had a boat parade, which is like a crazy thing. Like I would never what the richer people go on their boats and we all wave to them, the peasants. Like that's kind of what it was. Okay. And these people
like a yacht, like they're on yachts.
It's everything from yachts to little tugboats. Like it's like every type of boat floats by and they're decorated. I got invited by someone at my gym. Again, if people are looking to be more social, join
this gym
a gym.
Is really paying for itself.
The Lab, Delray Beach, I'd suggest it to anybody. It's priced very well, meaning it's cheaper than I think they should be, even though I don't want to say that out loud. It's a great gym, lots of women. I would say like it's run by 2 women. The Lab, I can go on and on about the Lab, but a woman who is a trainer there was like, hey, I'm having a party for the boat parade. Come. And I'm like, what's a boat parade? And it's just these boats going by and they're all decorated with Christmas lights. And then there's like one drunk Santa on the front who's like in shorts and a Santa outfit with his like wife on his arm. And they're like making out as like Jingle Bell Rock plays. It's like the most Floridian stupid thing. People are clapping for the boats. Like, and so I go to this, it's fun. It was like very kitschy and stupid, but then the bridge to go to my place was closed. So I was like, I have to go get something to eat when I'm not even that hungry.
You mean like to prep so you don't have to leave again?
No, well, I wouldn't even, I've never gotten delivery here. I'm like, I just wanted to go out, like I couldn't get over the bridge. So I'm like, because it's closed for the boat parade. So I go to this place called Lulu's, which I would suggest to anyone listening here, 72 hours in Del Rey.
Okay.
Lulu's is a great cocktail bar. It's more bar than restaurant to me. It's got like a good vibe. It's outdoors. You're going to love it. So I go sit at this bar to kind of be like amongst the people. And I'm on my phone, my girlfriend, the phone and I hanging at the bar.
Okay.
And this woman comes up to me. She goes, "Are you Jared from Instagram?"
Was it Hannah
And I
Berner's
go,
cousin?
It was Hannah Berner's cousin.
Again.
Why do you look so miserable? No.
It would be funny if that just happened to you every week with her.
Well, it is the thing about Delray Beach. New York, I think I underrated if I was recognized. Like, I think like in New York, I would get recognized and people would be a little bit like, I would use the word classier. Here, it's like drunk vacationer, and I'm here randomly. They don't know me as a Delray guy. So and she's an older woman. She goes, "Are you Jared from Instagram?" I go, "I have Instagram, and my name is Jared." She goes, "I watch your stuff. It's so funny." I go, "Thank you. Nice to meet you." I shake her hand, and then her friend comes over, and her friend is like a different type of drunk and doesn't know me. So she starts going, "Who is this? Who is this?"
Your favorite.
I am like, "Get me out." It's so loud that the whole bar is now looking. And the woman goes, "He was on The Golden Bachelor." And then the other one goes, "What? What?" She
like as a contestant? She thought you meant as a contestant.
She had no idea.
Right.
She's like, "And you know each other?" Like, she thought we went way back. And she's like, "No, he's a comedian." And they're yelling it. And I'm like, "Nice to meet you." They're like, "Where should we go?" I go, "You should go to this bar, like a mile away. Go away from here." And so they leave. And then I go back to my phone and I'm like posting something, like as I do. I like to post while I'm out. And I'm posting something on Instagram, like a reel of my stand-up, because I post every night or something like that. And as I'm posting, the drunker woman comes up behind me and goes, "He's looking at himself. Look, he's looking at himself." And I'm like, that's a very embarrassing way to be pointed out. They just announced I'm a comedian, and now I'm looking at myself because I'm posting. And it's like, no, I'm not looking at myself. I'm not like looking at pictures of people being like, "Look how funny I am." Like that's the way it sounds.
Right. She's making it like you're the guy whose #1 Spotify song is his own song. Yes.
Exactly. And then the other woman comes over and she goes, "Can we get a picture?" And I'm like, and literally, like, I was so annoyed. I just grabbed the phone out of her hand. I go, "Give it to me. Let's go." And I like take the selfie of myself. So
get out of here.
That was, shoo, scat. So that was my Delray Friday night. Bow parade followed by the most embarrassing thing that could ever happen. Someone calling you out at looking at your own stories. And then like I was with my parents and I go to dinners and I've been out and about. I use the town. I use the facilities. I walk the beach. I get the coffee.
Yeah. Great time to be down there, I'm sure.
It is. It's kind of embarrassing. It is one of those things. I don't want to talk about it too much.
Are you like, I should have done this earlier?
I think this is the right time for me. I think I think I'm here exactly when I should be. But more about, if you want to come hear about Delray and the embarrassing nature of Delray, I am on the road. If you're listening right now, I'm going to be in Baltimore tomorrow. And then I'm coming to Atlanta, Charleston, Beach Mountain, North Carolina. That sounds like a fake place. Tampa, Houston, Dallas, Tempe, jaredfreed.com for tickets, jaredfreed.com for tickets. I wanted to bring something up. I saw a video on TikTok. This person was complaining they're getting Happy New Year messages on dating apps. Are you for Happy New Year message on a dating app, or are you against Happy New Year on a dating app?
I'm for, and I think that can't be the only thing you say. It's kind of like it's just like the more topical version of how was your weekend.
Okay.
Right? So I think Happy New Year. Here's what I did. What did you do?
I don't even think I need the and. I am pro Happy New Year.
Just an opener?
To me, there's so many people on dating apps that are so mad at like the nature of like we match and nothing happens. Like, we have to acknowledge that dating apps are yes, and then nothing happens a lot of times, and that gets annoying too.
Well, it's like a slot machine. Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to see what happens. I want to see if you thought I was hot too. For some people, that's enough. But for other people that are like hi and get nothing back, Like, honestly, you just want to stop wasting time. Everyone talks about not wasting time. To me, Happy New Year is serving me the ball to start a volley. That is us playing tennis. Hit it over.
I agree. But
then
maybe
I think
something more creative, though, to like start the because basically you're inviting someone else to start the conversation. Because what are they going to say? Happy New Year back.
Well,
Okay?
I do think that's enough. I think saying Happy New Year back is the equivalent of hitting the ball back.
You think that's enough? You don't have to.
I think that's enough. I think that's enough of a response.
And then it's your job as the original Happy New Year sender to
what did
follow
you do?
Up.
If anything, we're both testing each other. Let's live in a world where dating apps are two people testing one another. We are playing against one another. We are not playing with one another. Again, it's tennis. I'm trying to hit the ball over to you so that you will hit it back. So, Happy New Year. And then you go,
Happy New Year.
Okay. And I go, what did you do for New Year's?
Right.
You know
then I answer and ask you what you did. Okay.
Right. Yes. So then I hate all my friends. Everyone was kissing but me. You know, like, to me, that is like, to get this off the ground, there's turbulence on the takeoff. Like, let's just get this to I think if you're complaining about a Happy New Year message on the dating apps, you are the problem. You are looking for someone to carry you conversationally. You are absolving yourself of any responsibility. Say Happy New Year back. If they don't write you back from that, they weren't worth your time. You just suss them out.
Well, what you said, this advice is really good because you're basically saying just because someone says Happy New Year, that doesn't mean that you have to start the conversation. You're basically just pressing an opt-in button.
Yes.
And you say Happy New Year back. It's like level 2. Level 1, match. Level 2, down for conversation. That's basically what Happy New Year is. Down level for conversation.
Totally. No relationship has ended because Happy New Year came with nothing else.
Right.
No people that should have been together, that were motivated to date, that were motivated to meet one another, ever stopped at just a Happy New Year.
Right.
That meant one person was motivated, the other person didn't give a shit.
I have a question for you. Have you, or would you, because we're recording this a little earlier, send a Happy New Year text to someone in your dating universe?
It's a tough question because, again, Happy New Year makes sense for dating apps. It doesn't make sense for person you're just fucking.
It's like a Happy Valentine's Day.
Right. It does make sense for someone you're more than fucking.
Or just met. Yes.
Right. So just met, Happy New Year. It's been a bit. Happy New Year is a ball rolling thing. And if your Happy New Year if you said a Happy New Year, you have started the ball rolling. So if it's someone you have a past with, when's that date coming? To me, Happy New Year, sending that text is like, start the clock. When's that date invite coming?
Right.
So if you send a Happy New Year text, like if I send a Happy New Year text, I better be planning a date within a week.
I agree. Or else you're kind of a douchebag.
Right. Like, what?
Off.
What is this all for?
Yes. I agree. If you send a Happy New Year text with no context, you better be reigniting something.
Right. What's the drop dead date for Happy New Year? We're sitting here January 9th.
I think it's over. I think you got January 7th.
What? I'm sending the 15th. Give me half the month.
The 15th?
Why not? 15th? If I got a Happy New Year on January 14th from someone I just met on a dating app, I'm fine with it. If it's from someone I had hooked up with, it's like, what's going on here?
Right. What about what's the best way to respond to a Happy New Year text from someone you're in a bit of a situationship with that's sent after midnight on New Year's Eve when they haven't asked you to do anything?
If you're getting a Happy New Year text from someone that you have a situationship with and you are done having situationship with, you should send back, it's been a great New Year. All I need is a planned date to make it even better.
Love it. And you could send that at 12:01.
Right.
Or January 15th.
Right. And then No, that what will happen is they will scurry away like a scared mouse. They will not make that plan. They will, especially 1201. We'll make it even better. A planned date this year in 2026. And that's like a tongue-in-cheek, smiling. You are on the precipice of this being not fun. That's your last fun text. After that, it's time to ignore. You have to stop sending these texts. You can't keep joking around. Well, you should plan a date joke. You get one shot. That's a sniper shot.
Right. You've played your card.
Right. After that, you're just an idiot who keeps playing with someone who doesn't want to play with you. Like, they don't want that. They've already said they're not playing that game. That's not funny to them.
Right. I agree with that. That's great advice. Because I'm sure people are going to be getting those texts because it's just like an easy thing to say, to do innocently if you're trying to just like start back up whatever bullshit you were doing before. Happy New Year.
Also, right. Whenever I've sent a Happy New Year text to someone I've been like in a situationship with, it's a little bit of a check-in. Like, we good? Like, you're just making sure everyone's happy.
Right.
It's like
You're not
mom
mad at
going
me,
around
right?
the table. Is everyone cool? Everyone's cool with me, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay, checking in. Good. See you in a month.
Right.
It was never about me. Or it was always about me. It wasn't about
only
them.
about you, actually.
Right.
Yes.
Happy New Year to me if you are cool with what's been going on. Yeah.
Right. And now's your chance to say it's not cool.
Right.
If it's not, which it shouldn't be.
That's right. So what are we talking about today? What do we got?
Let's get into our emails. All right.
Let's do it.
We have an icky or picky. Love an icky or picky.
Love it.
I will read it. Hi, Jared and Jordana, longtime fan and subscriber. I have an icky or picky for you. I got married in May to the love of my life. My husband, 33.
I love when it starts with, I was just married.
What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
I'm married, but I'm writing into this podcast where you tell me whether I should break up with someone or not. Okay.
It's a little late for you. My husband, 33 years old, is a total social butterfly and has more friends than anyone I've ever met. He has an ability to stay in touch with all of his friends throughout his life, which is a quality I'd really admire. Do you? On the other hand, I am someone who likes to have a few really close friends, but I'm not that great at keeping up with most fringe friends. My husband has some single male friends who, for the most part, are nice guys, but some of them have some behaviors that give me a red flag. For example, recently, one hired topless servers for a party for a bunch of guys at their apartment where the guys paid them to do additional things I'd rather not mention. And that made me really uncomfortable when my husband told me about it. My husband did not attend the full party, but showed up once the servers left since he wanted to see some of his friends. I've also heard
guys,
some of
you done with the additional things?
Yes. Can I come
I'm
over
married.
now?
Can I come in now?
Additional things are over.
How could you be vague about additional things?
Hey, what does that mean? Hand job? What's an additional thing?
I guess it would be a hand job, lap. If it's lap dance, get out of here, prude.
Right.
Like
I don't know. BJ? Anyway, I've also heard some of his guy friends say things about women that make me uncomfortable, commenting on the weight of women they've slept with, etc. Here's my question. Do I need to also have a relationship with these friends of his that I don't really like? Is it a red flag that he maintains relationships with friends that like to partake in these activities? For the record, he has other friends that I'm much closer to and much more comfortable around. With the holidays coming up, we've been invited to some parties with these guys, and I don't really want to go, but my husband says that they're not bad guys, just a little stupid. Am I being too picky? And should I
to pay for the additional things and to know when people should show up for additional things and not show up for additional things?
That's probably what the Venmo request said. Additional things.
We have new merch now. Additional
things. Am I being too picky and should I just go along with it or follow my gut that these guys are a little icky and I don't need to have a relationship with them? So icky or picky, my husband's rowdy friends, or is it actually icky to spend time with them? Thank you.
I love this question because it's sometimes something we don't talk about enough on this show. And we, in the beginning, we made fun of like, I'm married and I'm writing into this podcast. We want more married people to write in. We want more married people to write in with stuff like this because I think
problems don't stop.
Right. The problems don't stop. And like the male-female nature of this show, like marriage and dealing with the friends and how different people look at these things from different perspectives. That's what this show's all about. And to me, there is nothing more modern relationships than this email. You have the wife of someone with a big group of friends, and we hired strippers, and it's openly talked about. Like, I don't remember my parents talking about this, like,
right. Probably
you
not
know
in
what I
front
mean?
of you. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, totally. So I'm happy they send this in. I want more emails like this. uup@betches.com. Keep sending them in. If you're married, send us your questions about your husbands and wives. Like, we want those questions. Jordana, how do you feel about this email?
I feel like it makes sense to me. I think guys have, especially guys who are like, have big group of friends. There's always a few guys in that group that, at least one, that's like the shady guy who's like kind of disgusting and saying absurd things. And I think male friendships, a lot of them are not that deep, and they're not like evaluating them based on their morality, and they're not evaluating them based on how good of a friend they are. Like, I think as women, we're doing that a lot, which is probably maybe why we'd have less big of a group, or it might be you might evaluate someone's moral character more when you're deciding if they should be your friend or not. And I think men are not thinking about them that deeply. And they're also not going out of their way to like make a stand of like, don't say that about women, or you're disgusting. Like, I think that's something we do more than they do.
I've never had a friend breakup. Jordana, have you had a friend breakup?
Of course.
Yeah. So I don't even know the meaning of that. I will say you with Mike's friends made me appreciate you more, because you do have this. This is not just Jordana saying things. You do have this policy with Mike's friends. There are friends that I could tell you're closer with. There's other friends that I'm like, how does Jordana deal with this guy? And you get it. Like, you get it as far as like, because I agree. I would never, sometimes friends, I think like guys are okay with like means to an end, like more than women are, like making a hard decision. Like, even this podcast, the reason women like this show is like, a lot of times, and I think stupidly, they're looking to this tribunal of women who will tell them what is okay and not okay.
Right.
And I don't think any man really looks at things and for better and worse, for worse, because maybe men should be thinking more about like the dick pic they're sending. Like, what would people like? Is it okay? Like, what would people think? But, when it comes to like my friendships and who I associate with, I don't want to be associated with a bunch of guys known as pieces of shit, but I know that a few pieces of shit are going to be
way in there.
Like, right, they're going to sneak their way. Right. This is going to be, because like,
right.
I'm thinking of like,
and they might not be a friend that you would make today, but they're a friend you've had forever that maybe hasn't grown up with the rest of you.
And
but
I'm
like,
not texting them every day. Like, but like, there's guys I'll text about specific things. Like, I don't need my friend to be a friend for everything. Like, I need some friends to be someone I talk to about gambling on football.
Right.
Like, I need some friend, and again, means to an end, a lot of these friendships. Like, the people that I lean on for my personal like problems, they're not the same guys I lean on for like, hey, we got a group and we're going on a bachelor party, and that room will be additional things room, and this room will be married guy room. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I agree. I think the most important thing is that like, is the way that her husband, again, is like placing those, like, is your husband going to that guy with the additional things for like relationship advice? Does he truly value his opinion? That's
right.
That's like that's maybe a bigger red flag if Mike had a friend like that he like really took his word, really seriously, or like thought he was the coolest guy ever. Like wanted to be like him.
Also, is he putting you in positions to hang out with this guy where you know things that are uncomfortable to know, while in circumstances that you shouldn't know those things? Like, like to me, like for her, she's like, when can I opt in, opt out? It's like, how about you be perfectly honest with how you feel about your husband's friends to him? while also understanding that he needs these people in some way or form, or he feels like he can't just disown them. So have empathy for his position as someone who is in the circles of these people, but also you don't have to like be empathetic to everything. Like if he was like, hey, we gotta go to Brungo's part, 15th anniversary party with his wife he cheats on, and you're like, I don't think we have to go to that. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like that's a totally normal conversation. But now if he's like, hey, Brungo is having a 40th birthday and he's invited us all, and we're gonna be drinking beers at this dive bar, like that doesn't mean you can be like, oh, I'll go to that. It's like
I'll go to Hooters, whatever.
Right.
Experience.
Like, have fun with what he brings. That's not an uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Right. That's sort of been and maybe this is like controversial or wrong, but that's sort of been my feeling towards that, where it's like, these people are entertaining in their own absurd way, where I would never want to be dating them or would never introduce them to anyone that I liked to date them if they're single.
Right.
Or like,
but that's not what you're being asked to do.
Right. Yes. I'm asked, right. I'm going and I'm going to take exactly what my husband takes from them, which is just like, and entertaining, like laugh at like someone who's like absurd and like is kind of like a little bit of a joke.
I mean, to be more personal on this, I'm being put in a position where I'm meeting a lot of new people right now, more so than I'm meeting people in Florida where they're like, so, we got a group here. You're more than welcome. Like I'm being like offered into these groups. I'm like the bad guy on a reality show. I'm like, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to live at the beach in Delray and not cause any problems. But she mentioned like commenting on the weight of women they slept with, which I like, not a funny thing to me, not like, but it's something you hear as a guy around other guys, the way they think it's an okay thing to say. And I don't like it, but I'm not, again, like you said, I'm not standing up being like, I will tell you, sir, that is not how I speak. Like I don't want to, but I'm also like, not trying to be around those people. Like, you come in contact with them and I go, okay, good to know for when I'm invited to, hey, we're all hanging at a bar. I'm going to put that on their resume and decide whether I want to hang with the guy who says things that I don't agree with, that I have to kind of like ignore or be put in an uncomfortable position. Like I do weigh those things out with people I hang out with.
Yeah, no. And I think that's good. And I think that's like all almost like you could ask for in this situation. Like, I don't think they need to publicly disavow all of these friends.
Right.
Again, if they say something fucked up like that, I think you could say, it'd be nice to hear that's fucked up.
Right. I do enjoy when I say, like, when I get a vibe from someone and then I go to someone else and I'm like, how do you feel about that guy? And they're like, oh boy. I'm like, I feel like a sense of relief. Like, I think it's okay.
That's what you want. Right. From the husband.
It's okay for this emailer to go, what do you think of that guy? And like, and have your husband kind of give his like one paragraph review. I have a bad story. I think I got drunk one night and someone asked me about a comedian and they were like, how do you feel about this person? And I gave my well, here's my review. And then the comedian came back to me and was like, hey, I spoke to a friend and they said this, and that. And it's like, they literally said back to me exactly what I would say about them. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And I'm like,
yeah,
I was like, well, I'm sorry you heard. Like, I didn't know what to even respond. I didn't even
think
respond.
That would get back to you. Right.
Right. Like, no one wants, like, your unadulterated review of someone is like not anyone's business. But like, as a couple, I think that can like let you guys get to like know each other. Like, hearing it back though, I was like, yeah,
well, they
that's
shouldn't
exactly
tell
what
their
I would
friend.
say. Right. Well, obviously they were more of a friend to them than they were to me, so.
Right. That seems like a setup or something. It's like from something from Mean Girls.
Absolutely brutal. Very uncomfortable, yeah. And it's like, and it was like my review of their comedy. Like it was like it's like the last thing I would want to hear from any other comedian.
That's crazy that's an insane level of a lack of social skills to ask you and then to go back and say it. It's one thing if you were like going on a rant about them completely like independently.
Right. I was just drunk enough to like foggy remember saying these things, but like I don't remember when and where it was. I felt like it was a dream I was having rehashed, you know, like,
Right.
yeah. But I mean, but again, if that were my wife that said it to me, like, you know, if my wife gave me a review of like what they felt of this one friend and I was like way off from them, it would be something to discuss. Also, it would make me feel closer to them if they had the exact same review or something close or saw something different. So this is less icky on your husband and more like I like that he has a wide net. I think I would like that as someone who's like got a close circle of friends. Like it's fun to watch your world from my angle. Like I think it's like actually a green flag of sorts.
Yeah. But I think you don't have to think of it. I don't think because someone is a friend can mean a million different things. Like if this person was their best friend, that might be a little concerning. But if they're just like someone who's also at the Super Bowl party doing additional things.
And
like,
it's
fine. There's some I think that men have a lot of like entertainment value from that person who's almost like throwing themselves on the like ridiculousness like cross to be made fun of and gotten attention by.
It's also very important to understand that men are just not as ruthless dictators as women are with their friendships. Like the way women are with their friendships, not as deep. Yeah, that's a fair way to put it because I'm like, and the ones that they're deep with, like, it's
not
just,
all of them
I'm not gushing. Like I'm never like even my deep friends, I'm not like, they're the most.
You're such a good friend.
Beautiful person. Yeah, I feel like sometimes women, hang out at night. It's just them in their PJs sitting with their faces 3 inches apart, staring into one another's eyes, telling each other how good of friends they are to one another. Like I feel like that's a very female hang.
Happened.
And yeah, so. Want to do another email?
Let's do it. You want to read this one?
We have another email. J&J, big fan of the podcast, proud subscriber of Benefits and Jared's Patreon. Thank you. Patreon, where I'm doing some video now. For context, I'm a guy in my mid-30s and live in a large city. I wanted to propose a new segment I'm calling Tolerate or Tap Out. This segment pertains to situations that occur during the first 1 through 3 dates. Something happens and you have to decide to tolerate and keep moving forward or tap out and walk away while it's still very early. Jordana, does that sound like red flag or deal breaker to you?
To me, that sounds exactly like red flag or deal breaker. I guess because he's making it time bound. He's like, it's red flag or deal breaker, but only for the first 3 dates. Like, okay.
I guess. I
appreciate the effort and creativity.
Right. And tolerate or tap out does spell it out a little bit more than red flag or deal breaker. Like red flag or deal breaker could be confusing. I can understand.
Right. But a deal break, I mean, a red flag is something you might just tolerate, that it's not your favorite thing. And tap out is kind of another word for deal breaker.
This sounds like, what's that TikToker that steals all our stuff? The whatever
grandma?
her name is.
Or no, the other one.
The other one.
The other one.
Oh, I just came up with this red flag or nah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do their red flag or deal breaker, or tolerate or tap out. We'll play their game. Tolerate or they are paying subscribers.
Yes, I appreciate it. Yeah,
I appreciate it. They can do whatever they want. And thank you for their subscription and Patreon. Okay, here's my situation. I met a girl around my age at a dinner event in early November. We hit it off and ended up exchanging numbers. We scheduled a date about 10 days later. The date was an activity and brunch. I thought things went well and we both had a great time. I was proactive with scheduling the next date, but due to Thanksgiving and her work commitments, the scheduling got pushed about 3 weeks. We also had minimal texting between dates, with most communication being about setting up the date and time. We ultimately made a date, but she ended up canceling that morning and said she wanted to move forward just as friends. I believe strongly in Jared's advice that instead of being confused, you have to be turned off. I had a gut feeling this would happen, but ultimately kept working towards setting up the second date. In hindsight, I should have chosen to tap out instead of choosing to tolerate. Would love to hear your thoughts on the situation and new segment idea. Thanks for all you do. Signed, Modern Dating Millennial. What do you think, Jordana?
This email is so male. Only men could turn someone rejecting them into their own red flag or deal breaker. It's like, red flag or deal breaker. She's not interested in me. Is that a deal breaker for her? Or
looking back before her turning me down, should I have turned her down first?
That's basically what he's saying. Is like, but there's no like red flag or deal breaker here. Like she's said she doesn't want to date you, and all of her actions were leading to her being on the fence and then deciding ultimately the answer was a no.
Right.
So I mean, he could have tried less hard, but the outcome would have been exactly the same. This happened exactly as it should. This is the course of the sun rises in the east.
Right.
And this is exactly how this should have gone. I don't think there's any behavior that's like odd or weird. Like he went on a date with a woman. He was more interested in it than her. She kind of pushed it off for a few weeks. And then ultimately when faced with the actual date said, and I'm not in.
Yeah, that's the hardest part about it. That's why we have a dating podcast, because you can do everything right and it still might not work out. That's why there's no rules. That's why dating is to be discussed. That's why this show is here. Like, he did everything right.
Right.
He went to the event, met in real life. Some other woman will go, this is the most wonderful guy in the world. He did everything I've been looking for. I can't believe it took me this long to find this guy. And this woman is going, oh, he's not getting the point. Just stop texting me. I gotta cancel on him. One person's nudge is another person's magnificent relationship. And that's what this is.
Yeah. And I mean, here it's interesting because he's like, should I have done this differently? It's like, you did absolutely nothing wrong. You had a good time on a date and you asked someone out on another date.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you could have I think he's trying to come up with this mechanism for saving himself time or energy. But listen, you didn't waste that much time. You went on one date and then you tried to set up a second date. You didn't actually have to leave your house. You didn't actually go anywhere. We don't need to come up with a rule here. Everything happened as it should.
Right. And that's and again, I want to make sure we say to him, it's funny, we made fun of him. It's to say only keep being this person. Keep being this person. You're again that mix that we talk about of romantic and delusional, and
it's naive or bitter. Yeah.
Right. This was
delusional
the right
or bitter.
mix. Right. Because his mix was I see something, and even him saying we both had a good time. That's delusion. You had a good time. She was nice. And you can't really find that out until you kind of swan dive head first into the pool of I like this person. And this is stuff personally I hold back from. Sometimes I get too caught up in the logistics and this will never happen. I don't want to disappoint someone, that I don't make the second date. It was fun, but shouldn't have been more fun. You let yourself get carried away, and now you're emailing us because you feel a little butthurt about it. And that's okay.
Right. And here's the thing, to make a rule, tap out if she's not free she said she has a work commitment. Then you become bitter guy who's oh, she said has work. Fuck this bitch. She said she's got a work event. No, it's okay.
Then you become someone with a TikTok account that's all about dating rules.
Yes.
That's who you become. Those, I sent you, I think I talked about this before. I sent you a TikTok of someone doing dating stuff. And I was like, look at how stupid this is. Look at how dumb this is. It was don't date a guy with drama. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Everyone has drama.
Neither
what
do they.
drama are you talking about? Like, again, the rule from this would be do not make a date with someone who takes 3 weeks to make it. But you even said Thanksgiving, work commitments, it all made sense until you got to the end. You pulled off the Scooby-Doo mask and, I don't want to date you. That's what it ended with. So, fine.
There's no way to escape that.
The real reason. You couldn't escape that. That's it.
Yeah.
And again, I read this and I see all good things. I know I sound like this guy's mom and dad. Keep doing these things. You're being a gentleman. You did the right thing, but that's what he did, Yeah. And we're going to make fun of you too.
Exactly. So to play your own game, tolerate. Right. This is fine. This happens all the time. This could be you.
Yeah. Right. You're the one. That's such a great point. Because for every person that you're like, why aren't they making the date? You're the one that going, they're trying to date me.
Right. Should I just go? I guess I could go, and I have absolutely nothing else to do. It's mid-January. I really got nothing going on.
They said, and then you're like, Year to open. What the fuck?
Yeah, it sucks, and I think that's one of the hardest parts about dating is just like it's constantly your ego is on like a roller coaster of getting its ups and getting its downs, and it's I empathize with that, but it's kind of like what you have to do to get through. You have to just take some of that. There's no rule for avoiding it.
Right. And they sign off modern dating millennial. The older you get, the more annoying it gets because you've seen this before. And you're like, I should have known. This is the 10th time. But we'll let it happen an 11th time. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Well, we solved dating. It wasn't
that bad. Yes. Exactly.
No, we did it. Okay. We did it. Jordana, always a pleasure. Happy New Year to you. Let me get another one in before the 15th.
Happy New Year. The last one, right? Or no, we maybe got. You might have another one. Yeah.
Okay.
Next week on the 4th. Our Wednesday episode is on the 14th, so you can say it one more time if you really need to. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Boom.